absolutely hysterical. We are literally dropping my son off at the airport. Well, it's 6 a.m. now, and we just got to the Starbucks. We're going to be going inside to get working on some of the... today we're focused... I don't even know, what am I focused on? I just dropped my kid off at college. Well, at the airport to go to college, so I'm excited about that and excited that he's going back. I think every parent who has a college kid is wondering, like, are they going to keep going? Are they going to enjoy it? Stress is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot for kids. It's a lot for parents to worry about. But I'm proud of him. He made his way there. Oh my goodness, taking the bus all the way to the airport was kind of funny. But yeah, so now we're going into Starbucks. It's time to get to work. 6 o'clock is actually a late start. Got up at 3. Well, let's see, I woke up at 2, got up at 3. Got about an hour in. I'm already an hour and a half drive in. And it's time to plow. We've got newsletters to go out today. I've got to get the summary for the National Service Strategy. And gotta just keep moving. Brainstorming fundraising. Oh my gosh, this is the bane of my existence, trying to figure this out. I don't know how we're gonna get there. Honestly, I do not know how to fundraise. Every single training is about don't be afraid to ask people. I'm not afraid to ask somebody, but what makes somebody willing to give you $5? And how many people do you have to ask $5 for before it doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, if you're spending every single minute of every single day asking for $5 and every 15 or 20th person says yes, when are you doing work? When is that money going to something useful? When are you making progress? It doesn't add up in my head. It's not making sense. So I'm asking people questions. I'm going to have a meeting with somebody today that I'm hoping can give me some ideas. I have been asking around and, trying to gather data and information, learn from people who have done this, but not in the traditional political way. Everything in me says there's a better way to do this. If for no other reason than it really bothers me that we are raising money from our own party to beg people from our own party to give $1, to beg our way onto stage to be heard. I mean, somehow this just doesn't make any sense. So I'm convinced there's a better way. I haven't found it yet. But if I can find it, I mean, if somebody can find it, I will find it. I am convinced of that. We call it throwing spitballs on the wall to see what sticks. So far, nothing is sticking. So we have a ways to go. Well, we're up to about 7:30 a.m. and just finally getting to the Starbucks. It's a little bit late this morning. We had to park. We have to find other parking, so we have to be back there. Just got word that we may have some investors at the next town hall, which is really exciting. And I'm trying to do my homework and to look things up. And what's so awesome is people are starting to recognize that they have to get involved in a more holistic way and not just solve one problem at a time. We have to really rethink how healthcare connects to the economy, how it connects to education, how it connects to government, what we can do as citizens, what we can do as a combined group. And my job is, in my mind, to bring forth the proposals that show how we really can do this, how we can really affect change. So it's exciting because I've never been a financially driven individual. I mean, I work with large scale money. I don't have a problem managing it. I get excited about the problem solving process. And so I keep saying, we can do this. We can affect change. We can connect people. But I need some people probably who have the resources that they can put forth, but maybe not the plan of how to affect change. And that's when it really makes sense. So it's coffee time. So this is the kind of table I love because it just reminds me of whiteboarding and what it is that we can plan. I know it seems silly, but I have 2 computers here. Typically I have a tablet as well, and then a MiFi, and then a tripod, and it gets kind of crazy. So let me see if I can. It's noon. I still haven't gotten all cleaned up for the day, and just tried to go make one of my big calls, and wouldn't you know, I can't find the phone number. So that's how this morning is going, but making huge progress. So we're sitting at a Starbucks, which is one of the last remaining places that we're gonna have connectivity for the rest of the day. So I just decided we're gonna stay put. We're gonna get some work down on paper. Just sent out our update for the week, and keep moving. But once we move out of here, then we are literally nothing but cornfields. All right, I feel like I have to record this because they tell me I have to show like when we kind of hit bottom, and I am exhausted. I can't quite get my head to be clear. I can't just recover. Normally, like, I can kind of just pull it together. But I know when it's getting bad, when I start getting shaky, and it's worse when I try to eat, and that doesn't give me the energy that I need. I'm starting to get woozy. Yesterday I was kind of dry, kind of not walking straight. You can see, like, I'm really pale. My eyes look tired even when after I sleep, and my whole body's just kind of it's almost like it's nervous, like it's a kind of a it's almost like my body's buzzing, but at the same time there's no energy, there's no movement. I keep crying about things that, I mean, not like crying like I'm upset, like I'm just kind of responsive and emotional more than I normally would be, and I keep asking, like, why is that making me emotional? So yeah, I'm gonna get some rest over the next couple of days. I have a lot of work to do, but I'm gonna stay relatively low key. I'm gonna stay down a bit. I have to take care of me. I've got a long string of 10 days of stuff happening, and hurricanes coming amidst flights, and there's a lot coming. So I've got to have my energy, I've got to have my strength, I've got to do a good job, and I've got to have my wits about me. I can't just wing it entirely. I have to have my A+ game, and right now I'm about a C. So we've got to bring that up. So one of the things that's really hard on the road is getting the right nutrition. There's always like something from the area that you need to try, and when the family's all with me, you know, they want to eat out at restaurants, and they want to go here and there, and it's been really hard. I found that my energy just isn't high enough if I don't eat more than I typically do, and that's been kind of disconcerting. My clothes don't quite fit. I now call it the presidential 15 because yeah, I've had to keep the weight on. So right now I'm making peaches, and I have to cut them because I don't know how long they've been in the fridge, and I don't know how good they are, so here we go. But I am pleased to say I have this down to a routine. It took me 6 minutes to get ready today. I admit, behind the scenes, like, I have jeans on under my dress. Nobody sees them. Well, now I've just disclosed it, so I guess people do see them, but yeah, I mean, I have to constantly eat when I'm driving because the fatigue from being on the road in the big rig is much higher than driving a regular car. And I've got my sweater on because I've got the AC going on full blast, but it's too loud for when I'm doing recordings. So I'll have to I'll have to cut it, and then it gets too warm in here. So for now, I'm a little chilly, and then I'm gonna be a little bit cold. I'm eating cheese sticks and fruit, just trying to keep going. My days are, this is actually a slow day. Normally it's just hours and hours ago, but I've really hit a low point. So I've got to be able to think. I've got my service strategy to write. I have a whole bunch of videos and pictures to upload. I have 2 weeks of social media to do. I have an entire plan to put together. The hurricane is coming to Florida, so that may totally derail our plans. It's been crazy. It's just crazy.
This is literally the never-ending bane of my existence, trying to upload videos. I'm sitting in a Starbucks for yet another hour today because, look, it goes super slow, and this is considered super fast. Sometimes it takes up to 11 hours to upload a 15-minute video. And now you know why we use Facebook Live.
All right, it's 4 o'clock. We are back at the gas station again, because that's what we spend a lot of our time doing. Almost every day we have to stop at the gas station. It takes about $75 to $100. On a good day, it's only $50, but man, my refrigerator is looking pretty sad. Let's see, so it looks like I'm having, I don't even know if these are my carrots. So I have some grapes. I put them in bags because otherwise they go bad because it's not a perfect fridge. And I have some eggs, but I think I'm gonna get rid of those right now because I don't know how old they are and I'm leaving on a trip, so that doesn't sound like a good idea. Got some, I really like the fluffy, the whipped Philadelphia, and then I know I make fake eggs. We have random cheese. I think we'll get rid of that too. So yeah, it's looking like slim pickings today for my trip. I have to snack all the time when I'm driving because otherwise I fall asleep. And we don't want to do that while driving. So let's see. I have some canned peaches, but I already have grapes, so I want to try not to do that. It's looking like tonight I might be splurging for some vegetable soup, and my son is very graciously, I kid you not, left me beans. My husband left me, yeah. Okay, so pickings are slim. Pickings are definitely slim. Actually, an exciting moment because the gas is going over $75. When it stops at $75, then I have to get a different credit card to run it because this one won't allow it to do it twice. It'll cancel the card. It's a big pain in the wazoo, but it'll probably stop at 100. Every so often I get lucky at 125. But it increases the number of times I have to stop. That's fine. We're heading into Walmart again, like our favorite place, and the place where we get everything. I've run out of tea. I decided I need to redo videos, which I already made, which is so frustrating because they're beautiful videos, but the sound isn't good because it's outside. So now I have to go and find a backdrop because I don't have the right backdrop in the rig, and I'm not going to be anywhere tomorrow. We're going to be in the middle of nowhere, which means I'm outside filming again, and I can't do that. So we're coming to buy a backdrop. Got to get my tea, and we got to get some water. You saw the fridge; it's kind of bad. Place. Just you never know what you're going to get, and there you go. You see our rig back there? That's how it is. No, not on the exit. It's kind of bad. Food. All right, so we're 41 minutes late. It's 4:41. We're supposed to be on the road by 4. But since I was just really trying to beat the traffic, I think we're safe. We're going into like literally nowhere. Now I can just figure out how to get the key. Okay, I cannot drive and film, so I have to cut it down. So we've arrived. This is my front yard. We are truly in rural Kansas today. There is there's literally nothing for miles. Beautiful sun though. How's that? And it turns out the people that own this place, their son went to college at the university where I used to be a professor and where I live right down the street, so go figure. Tonight we are staying in an alpaca farm. Rob, how did you find an alpaca farm for us to stay at?
I looked them up on Harvest Host.
Okay.
Club for travelers.
But isn't that wineries?
It's wineries, farms, and places of interest.
Well, this is definitely interesting. Let's go see the alpacas. It looks like they live in their little house there. Hello. Hello. I don't have words for this. Well, I guess we'll close out for the day. It's about 6:30, so it's time for me to finish up my work and get to sleep. 2 a.m. comes early, so we're off. Random people stopped by in this metropolis that we're in with the same last name. That's just crazy. So I hear you've actually mapped the genealogy.
I have.
And he said something very specific. He said to when they messed up the name.
Right. Well, his grandfather actually served under George Washington, and when he was your great-great-great-grandfather. And it was spelled W-A-L-C-O-T-T, and then when he was released, George Washington spelled it wrong, and it was W-A-L-C-U-T-T, and he kept it, and that's when he started traveling. And we actually ended up, our line actually ended up in Michigan, and there was lines in, I believe, Indiana, Ohio,
I'm just going to tell you,
Michigan.
Not me personally, my husband, you are related. That is the exact story I know. And my husband was literally just in Michigan taking pictures of family members. I'm kidding. This is like
just in Michigan.
Yeah.
We just came.
But you have to have been in the same place. And okay, my husband is going to love you in a moment because I keep calling BS on him.
There is a little town called Six Lakes that has an entire cemetery of like almost all Walcutts, and almost all of them that are related to the Walcutt. And he was born and raised not far from there.
So yep, my husband literally just sent me pictures. Probably, yeah. I don't know if it's been a couple months now. But he's like, look, we have all our ancestors are in the cemetery. I'm going to go to this special cemetery and find it out. And so we've been I've been asking him to follow the genealogy for our daughter to see if the story is actually true. And now how bizarre is this?
Actually, the funny thing is if you want to follow the genealogy, it's all recorded up in Salt Lake. They've got it, you go through their huge genealogy library. You have the whole entire line all the way back, and you actually the line comes from, I think it's Prussia, where there's like royalty back before you came over on the boat. It's crazy, I know.
And so you just see this on the side of the road and are like, I have to stop.
Okay.
Well, we drove by this way to go look at the twine. And we're coming back, and I'm like, what is
the twine?
That?
I didn't even know about the
largest
twine,
ball-
but after,
well,
I'm going to have to turn around and go see it because I got the picture with the giant prairie chicken, which was one of those where I pulled off the side of the road, but now I'm going to need twine. I mean, if we're going to do this right, we have to do the whole thing.
We drove back by here, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that said Walcott on the side of that. So I turned around and came back.
That is absolutely nuts. Are these fur hats? Oh, those are hysterical.
Oh my gosh, look at them.
Look. Wow.
They're so soft.
This is what the
As
baby
I get, they're
alpaca
raised
is.
for their fleece.
Oh my gosh,
Basically,
so
the
soft.
difference in sheep's wool runs about 28% lanolin, lanolin being an abrasive type chemical. Llama, their first cousin of these guys, runs about 20%. These guys were bred
Oh, I'm sorry, did you not get
at
that?
2% lanolin. So that's why you have the softness to the critter on that.
All right, so no kidding, these random people show up and say they spell their name like us, and the guy says something really strange, like, hey, you spell your name the same after the name change. And I'm like, the what? So my husband, his whole life, has told me this story. And to be honest, I thought he was probably exaggerating it, or maybe, like, we couldn't prove it and I couldn't find it out. So I was hesitant to share with anyone, and now I find out it's all completely true. The last name ties back to George Washington. It's on the Declaration of Independence, and here I am running for president, and we meet we meet relatives randomly in middle of nowhere, Kansas, and he looks related to my husband. I'm honestly literally stunned. So I'm having a glass of wine. I was not planning to at all, but what a day. What a crazy day. And people ask me, you know, how successful are you being? How much are you enjoying? This is amazing. This is an experience you cannot, you just can't make up. This is awesome.